All right. Good morning, my dear friends. Namaste. I hope you're able to hear me. Yes, wonderful. Thank you. So, welcome to day 4 of our 15-day breath by breath session being conducted by Pyramid Valley International. So we've been learning the importance of breath, learning the neuroscience of breath. Yesterday we covered the neuroscience of breath. We've also been practicing some breathfulness techniques and breathing techniques. We will learn some more of those instant relaxation, quick relaxation techniques as we go along. So today again, we will cover some important principles of meditation. I'm sure as some of you are beginners and some of you have been experienced meditators, there are always days where you feel, oh, it was a wonderful meditation. And there are always days when we feel, oh, my meditation didn't go well. Right? A small Zen story where a disciple who came to a monastery to learn meditation. One day, he came running to the master and said, oh, master, I've been doing meditation for hours, but it has been so bad. I've been getting a lot of thoughts. I've been getting a lot of distractions in my meditation. The master says, this shall pass. And after a few days, the same disciple came running to the master and said, Master, today I had a wonderful meditation. I had absolute peace. I went into a trance. I had joyful tears rolling down my eyes. It was absolute bliss. And master said, this too shall pass. So that is what meditation is. That's how life is. Yesterday we learned no two breaths are the same. Similarly, no two moments are same in the life. No two days are the same. And similarly, no two meditations are same. And there is nothing like a good meditation or a bad meditation. The only bad meditation is the one you did not do. Anytime you do meditation, it is good. Today we'll talk a little bit about what happens in your body as we, body and brain as we kind of do our meditations every day. All right. So do not judge your meditations. And that is where I want to quickly dive into some of the key principles for the success in your meditation. So 3 most important principles for us as we continue to do our meditation practice. Just like when we do our physical exercises or walking, we don't measure our weight every day. Oh, I go walking for 3 kilometers, immediately come back and sit on a weighing scale and check if I've reduced. No. So it's continuous progress, continuous practice, right? The 3 most important principles in successful continuous meditation practice is relaxing and letting go. Do not control your breath. We heard a couple of questions 2 days ago, right? So I alter my breath. Initially, it's okay, but then as we go along, we continue to do that. Relax and let go, not controlling the breath, not trying to feel the sensations, not putting in too much effort, right? It's absolute relaxation. Second thing is engage deeply with your experience. Be the breath, enjoy the breath. You feel the sensations, enjoy the sensations. Feel distractions, enjoy the distractions. Feel the pain, just focus your attention on the pain and it will go away. So whatever be it, engage deeply with your experience. That also means, what do we mean by deep engagement? Absence of judgment. The moment you start judging, oh my God, I have to do this thing, 10 more minutes are there, I am getting thoughts, I'm getting this pain. That means half your attention has gone to the thoughts. You're not focusing your full attention on your experience. So engage deeply with your experience, enjoy. Again, relax, enjoy. The third key principle is curiosity and freshness of mind. I think this is one of the principles that a lot of Buddhist teachers talk about. You see each breath as a new breath, each moment as a new moment, each experience as a new experience. Right? 2 days ago, you might have got into a blissful state. But today, do not expect that, right? It could be some other experience. Yesterday, you felt sensation here. Today, you might feel sensation here. Today, you might feel sensation here. So it could be anything. So curiosity and freshness of mind, seeing each breath as new and not taking it for granted. That's very important, right? Do not, okay, so it's just the breath. I'll keep focusing on the breath. What is the big deal, right? It's very boring. No, as we spoke on day 2, as you breathe, there are tons of things happening. Your breath is different moment to moment. Your body sensations are different. Things happening in your body is different. Your thoughts are different. The thoughts that you got yesterday is going to be different from today, right? So everything is different. Just observe. The key thing is not getting attached to anything. And then the same lessons is what? Same 3 key principles are important for us as we want to live happily and creatively in life, in our day-to-day life, right? We want to be relaxing, not get too serious about anything, letting go of issues, letting go of pain, letting go of desires, engage deeply with everything that we do, be it cooking, be it working, be it reading, be it walking, be it talking, engage deeply without that additional chatter in our mind. And then every moment is curious, every interaction is curious. Today you're going to meet someone, you might have been meeting that person every day, but there is something curious, there is something new. Be open to that curiosity and freshness of mind. And that's what Buddha says. Every moment is new, just be with the moment. And the only thing for you to be anchoring at the moment is your breath. You don't need to do anything else. Okay, and then as we said, as I keep saying, meditation is a way of training your mind to respond in more creative ways, right? That is why we refer to as a practice. It's not just a 2-day, 3-day exercise, right? Just like you have to do a physical exercise like walking every day. So meditation is also a way of training. And like any training, it could be a walking training, it could be a music training, it could be an art training, right? I mean, a lot of our kids go to music classes, dance classes, and some of us probably are trained musicians and artists. And we also learned a lot of stuff as we got trained in different skills. And all of them don't come on day 1, right? You have to continuously practice. You're learning a music, to continuously practice every day, right? And every time you play the same song, it is going to be different. And that's exactly what is meditation. It's a continuous practice. It's just training our mind, training our body, right? But if you keep meditating, you will definitely experience results. I mean, some of you might have already been noticing the results just by being with your breath, sleep improving, healing happens. It will happen because this is one of the greatest thing. Unlike building a business or training for a sport and all that stuff, you always reap the benefits of meditation sooner or later. I'll talk about a brief study, scientific study, when we talk about the theory part, right? And this is a 2,500-year-old practice, right from the age of our yogic masters and then Buddha. So it's been practiced 2,500 years, nothing, no side effects. Results will happen. People have been practicing, right? So it's just a question of being patient, just a question of continuing the practice. And that is where the 3 principles, being curious, to not judging about your experiences, and relaxing and letting go are very important. It's just a practice. Just like we do walking, just like we have our coffee, we have to bake it into our routine. For me personally, I mean, last 10, 50, 20 years, it's been almost every day of meditation practice. Even when I used to travel, I close my eyes at least for 30 minutes, focus on my breath. It's just like 30 minutes of jogging. Similarly, 30 minutes of focusing your breath, 30 minutes or 1 hour, whatever it is. And as I explained, we are slowly learning the skill of mindfulness, simple formula, attention, awareness, and acceptance. We are accepting anything, any experiences, any thoughts that we keep getting. We are being aware of different parts of our body, and we are always placing our attention on our inhale and exhale. So we'll dive into the practice today. So as I keep saying, breathfulness has 3 stages. Relaxation, we will relax for 5 minutes. I'll play some music. So your usual breathing and breathing in for 5 seconds and breathing out for 5 seconds. You can count. If you're not able to do for the count of 5, you can go for count of 3. and continue doing it, right? So you relax during that 5 minutes, that is your warm up. Then you start observing your breath, and we will end with the 5 minutes of gratitude like we did yesterday. All right. And so today, last couple of days, we started focusing our attention on the breath. That was step one at the entrance to our nose. So today we're going to focus on one more thing, which is the awareness of the breath cycle. I will explain that. So the first 5 minutes, we will do warm up. The second 15 minutes, like we did yesterday, you focus your attention on your upper nostril. You become a gatekeeper of the breath as you breathe in and breathe out. Gatekeeper of the breath here or sensations in the nose. And the second 15 minutes, I will guide you. All I want you to is observe your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. Follow the path of the breath. It's called the breath cycle. Remember one of the pictures we had, inhale, exhale. So as you inhale, follow the path. It goes into your nose, then it goes into your windpipe, right? And then it goes into your lungs. And then there are movements in your chest. There are movements in your stomach. And as you exhale, your stomach goes in and your chest goes in and then just expands out. And then you feel a sensation out here, and then you leave the air out of your nostrils. So you may not be able to follow the entire breath path. That is okay, wherever you are, right? So you breathe in, what is the movement that's happening? Breathe out, what are the movements that are happening, right? So just try to trace the path. So we are trying to give the mind a bit more of space for it to engage deeply. First step is attention. Second step is we are trying to develop a little more awareness, but we're still restricting the focus to only one thing, that is your breath cycle. And the last 5 minutes, we will end with gratitude. All right, my dear friends. So 5 minutes of relaxation, equal breathing, 15 minutes of focusing your attention at the entrance to your nose, 15 minutes of following your path, the breath cycle, and then 5 minutes we will close with appreciation. Okay, so let's dive into questions. Let's dive into the practice, and then we will take up the questions. I was just thought there were some questions on the chat window. All right, so please remove your spectacles. Sit in a comfortable posture, sit straight with enough back support if you need back support, but not slouching back. Make sure your back is straight, your back, your neck and shoulders and your head are all straight. Do not strain yourself. And we talked about sitting posture. If some of you are able to have your seat a bit higher than your knees, for people who are sitting cross legs on the floor or cushion, you can do so. Or for people sitting on a chair, you can leave your feet, you can cross your feet at the ankle. Right? Absolute relaxation, as I just mentioned. And slowly bring your attention to your breathing and start your equal breathing. Slowly bring your attention to your nose and start your inhale and exhale. As you inhale, count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Be aware of your tummy movements. Just normal. Slow breathing. Do not hold your breath. Be conscious of your inhale and exhale as you count. Make sure you're breathing right by observing your movement of your stomach. You do your equal breathing. You're aligning your breath, your body, and your mind through your conscious inhale and exhale, through observing the movement in your stomach, and through your counting. Feel your body relaxing. Feel your mind calming down. For those of you who are not able to count or do your slowness in your breath till 5 seconds, you can do it to a smaller number. Equal breathing is a wonderful relaxation technique. Relaxes your body and gets your body, activates the relaxation response in your body. Wonderful. For those of you who want to continue doing it for some time, you can do so. But for others, let us move into the stage 2 of our breathfulness practice, which is let go of your counting, let go of your slow, equal breathing. Bring your attention to your normal, natural breathing and focus your awareness at the entrance to your nose. Breathe normally as you do every time. All your awareness and attention should be at the entrance to your nose. Become the gatekeeper of the breath as it goes in and out of your nose the next 15 minutes. Nothing else. Do not entertain any other thoughts, any other distractions. If you get pulled out, bring your focus back to your nose and observe your normal breathing. As we just learned, relax, be curious about every moment, and engage deeply with your experience without judgment. Let go of all thoughts. Let go of all expectations. Whatever you are feeling, whatever is happening to your breath and body, that is the truth for you. The only thing that should occupy your consciousness is the entrance to your nose and all sensations at the entrance to your nose and inside your nose. The only thing that's happening in your body is the breath going in and out of your nose. That is all you should be conscious of. Watch and feel with curiosity how long is your inhale, how long is your exhale. Where are you feeling the sensations as you breathe in? Is it on your left nostril or your right nostril or on your upper lip or inside your nose? Observe with curiosity. Do not judge. Do not analyze. Mindful of only your nose region. Do not think about the rest of the day. Do not think about it and your breathing. Everything. If you're being distracted, the moment you notice is a big win for you. You can return your attention back to you. Feel the magic of focus and concentration. Feel your mind calming down. As you start focusing, slowly the thoughts in your mind start decreasing, allowing your body to have more energy for all other functions. You can notice the silence. Just observe your normal, natural flowing in of the breath and flowing out of the breath through your nose. Nothing else. Continue to observe your breath at the anchor point, which is the entrance to your nose or inside your nose. Excellent, my dear friends. Enjoy the peace, enjoy the joy of focus. Enjoy the joy of calmness. Do not try to do anything. Just be with your natural process. Do not strain yourself. Wonderful. Be aware of distractions, be aware of thoughts. Even sleep is a distraction. The moment you are aware of a distraction, move your attention and awareness to your nose and start observing what goes in and out of your nose. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now, for the next 10 minutes, let's move into the step 2 of our observation. Slowly expand your awareness from the entrance of your nose to your entire breath cycle. Now feel your breath traveling. Observe your breath or follow your breath. As the breath moves into your nose, goes inside your windpipes, feel any sensation in your neck region. Feel the movements in your chest. Feel the movements in your stomach. And as you exhale, feel the movement in your stomach. Feel the movements in your chest. Feel any sensations in your throat. Feel the sensations in your nose. And feel the air going out of your nose. So this is the cycle of your breathing. Just follow your breath. Follow everything that happens in your body as you breathe in and breathe out. You may feel the sensations in any part of your body as you breathe in and breathe out. But for now, restrict your awareness to your nose, your throat, your chest, and your stomach. Just be curious what is happening. Just observe what is happening. Do not analyze anything. You may feel or may not feel the sensations in that as you follow your breath, which is okay. But follow the path of your beautiful breath. Just observe what happens or what is happening as you breathe in and breathe out. Just observe the sensations in your nose, in your throat region, in your chest area, and the movements in your stomach region. Do not alter your breath just to feel the sensations or movements. Be with your normal, natural breathing. The things you feel today will be different from the things you feel tomorrow. Curiosity, acceptance is the key. Enjoy your complete breath. Do not entertain any distractions. Just be with your wonderful, beautiful breath for the next 6 minutes. Keep your body, back, neck, shoulders, and head relaxed, my dear friends. No strain, no intentional effort. Just how your breath cycle happens as you breathe in and breathe out. Observe your breath as if you're looking at it for the first time. Wonderful breathing. It's the foundation of life. Just be aware of just these parts. As you breathe in, sensations in your nose, sensations in your throat region, sensations or movements in your chest region, sensations or movement in your stomach region. And again, as you exhale, follow the movements, follow the sensation. This is called following the breath. Enjoy the wonderful feeling of relaxation. Enjoy the peace. Last 2 minutes of following your breath. Wonderful, my dear friends. Now slowly bring your attention and awareness to your heart region with a smile on your lips. Express gratitude to your wonderful breath. Feel grateful for your wonderful breath cycle. Feel grateful for yourself and for your time in being with the force of life. Be thankful for your experience in today's meditation. Bring the feeling of gratitude. Feel your heart lighter. Feel your body lighter. Now, recollect 3 things, people, or situation that you want to be thankful for, that caused you some happiness in the last 24 hours. Bring the person, place, or situation into your memory and express thank you from your heart. Gratitude is the highest form of energy. Anything that we are thankful for grows. Next, with that same feeling of gratitude, express thank you to your family, to your friends, the people living and working with you. The same energy flows through all beings. Lastly, express gratitude to all the beings on this planet, to the environment, and to all the social systems that help our life every day. With that, my dear friends, we come to the end of today's meditation practice. Slowly relax your body, become aware of your body, relax your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your legs, relax your arms, become aware of the room you are in. Become aware of your sitting posture and slowly unclasp your fingers and place the palms on your eyes for a few seconds. You can open when you're ready. Wonderful, my dear friends. I hope it was a relaxing and enjoyable experience in today's meditation. The practice is such that all that we need to do is give it time, relax, enjoy the experience without any judgments, without any analysis. So I want to talk a few minutes about how breathfulness helps make the changes in our brain. Yesterday we talked about the body, our nervous system. Today I want to quickly talk about the science, the neuroscience behind the changes in our brain. But before that, I want to do the finger exercise. So yesterday we had this exercise for us to do during the day, observing how your body and mind is in three instances that cause you negative feelings and three instances where you are happy. So did anyone observe any experience? If you didn't observe, please type in did not do it. If you did observe, just type in I did. If you didn't know that you had to do that exercise, you can type that in as well, just to make sure everyone participates. We'd love to hear any insightful experiences later when we open up the audio section. Very good. A lot of you are saying, I did, yes. Too many thoughts, that is normal. You didn't. You can do it today for people who didn't do it. So basically, anytime you feel that you are getting into negative emotion, you're feeling you're angry, you're feeling you're sad, you're feeling you're wanting something, but you're not, something didn't meet your expectation. How is your breathing? How are you feeling? Right? And then same thing to do with distracted, but again aware. I got angry, I could feel the vibration. By observing the breath, I could relax myself. Wonderful. That's exactly what will happen. All right, wonderful. Thank you, dear friends. Please continue to observe, be mindful of your body and mind anytime you get into those emotions. And a good thing for you to reset to your relaxed state is to be conscious of your breathing. All right. So with that, let's dive into a few minutes of neuroscience. Again, a little bit of biology class, so please bear with me. So today we want to cover the second wonder of breathfulness, how breathfulness allows our brain, brings our brain into synchrony, brings our brain into alignment. Usually it is out of bounds, right? So how does it help us be calmer? What is the neuroscience behind it, right? I mean, a lot of books published out here, just a very brief summary. So all of us know the brain. There are three key parts of the brain. For this discussion, obviously, the doctors and biologists will talk about a lot of details. But for us, just remember three key parts. The outer part that is brown in color is the neocortex. The middle purple bluish one is called the limbic system. And then you have the reptilian brain. So the neocortex is responsible for a lot of our conscious activities. Right? As you see here, they are divided into multiple regions. There is one part that is responsible for thinking and imagination. There is another part that is responsible for feeling. Anytime you touch, anytime you move, anytime you want to balance yourself, that is the part of the brain that controls it. There is another part that is responsible for visual processing. There is another part that is responsible for sound and speech processing. And there is a part that is responsible for analyzing, for actually directing things. This is deciding this is what we need to do and this is what we don't need to do. So that's the neocortex, which is the outer portion of our brain. And there is this limbic system, which is the middle purple one that you see, this middle red part of it, which is the reason for us not to be in the present moment. So if you look at here, the limbic system is one. The amygdala, which is part of the limbic system, is responsible for all the memories. The limbic system is responsible for controlling your body temperature, your hunger, your sleep, controlling the movements. So the limbic system is our emotional brain. All our emotions stem from the limbic system. Anytime you feel bad, anytime you feel good, anytime you crave for something, anytime you dislike something, you hate something, all that feelings and emotions come from the limbic system. And the third part is which is the bottom part of the reptilian brain. It is responsible for all the autonomous functions, like your breathing, like your blood circulation, heart beating, that keeps on continuing, right? And that is the reptilian brain. That is the brain, the functions that we inherited from all our ancient ancestors, all animals, all our predecessors, less evolved predecessors. Everyone had this reptilian brain. That's what's called reptilian. It is basically responsible for our body survival, right? And yesterday we spoke about the fight or flight mode in terms of your heartbeat increasing, your breath rate, all that is happening because the emotional brain sends that signal to the reptilian brain and there is danger, and immediately the reptilian brain obviously starts working that way. All right. So in meditation, as you continue to do meditation, as you continue to do your breath, be conscious of your breath, the brain starts operating at different frequencies. Even today, when you do meditation, when you sleep, right, you will see your brain becoming calmer and calmer. The noise in your mind slowly becoming calmer and calmer, reducing, right? It's like a bucket full of lot of coins. When you shake it, a container full of, there's a lot of noise. You start removing the coins, there's lesser noise, right? That's what happens. So the number of thoughts per second in our brain in a normal state is that beta frequency. Scientists have observed, neuroscientists have recorded that. So normally our brain waves, they're called brain waves, the number of thoughts per second, just a simple analogy. If you're thinking too much, when you're very anxious, when you're worried, when you're fearful, then your brain operates in high beta. It is more than 30 hertz or 30 thoughts per second, right? And normal thinking, when you got into this meditation state, when you exit your meditation, you get into the normal beta, normal talking, normal eating is between 14 to 30 hertz. And as you close your eyes for meditation, as you listen to music that relaxes and calms you, as you just get into sleep, your brain is in your alpha state, which is the brain wave frequency of 8 to 14 hertz. That is the relaxing state. That is the most important state for you to get into deeper states. Some of the scientists like Dawson Church talks about it as the alpha bridge. Your brain needs to get into that alpha for you to cross over to the deeper states. And that is what we do with our equal breathing method. That is what we do with the music. You calm down, get into alpha, then it's easier to get into the deeper brain states. Right? Anytime you're relaxed, listening to music, enjoying a game, right? It's the alpha. And then as you close your eyes, get deeper into meditation, your brain waves slow down, your mind calms down. That is your theta, which is 4 to 8 thoughts per second or 4 to 8 hertz. And then very deep meditation states is delta. And as you can see on the text below, each of these states generates different neurochemicals or different hormones for you to feel good. For example, in the beta state is where the stress hormone cortisol gets produced. More beta, more stress, right? And as you get into alpha, as you relax, a different type of chemical floods your body, which is your serotonin and endorphins, that makes you feel good, that relaxes, relieves pain. And as you get into deeper states, you'll start feeling happy, you'll start feeling peaceful, you'll start feeling blissful. There are these different neurochemicals like GABA and melatonin that happens. Let's not worry about all those biochemicals, but that's the science behind it. And that is what, as you get deeper into meditation, any feeling that you have is because of the different chemicals that flood your body. They're all good neurochemicals. And every time you have that negative emotions, that is cortisol and other stress-causing hormones, right? And as you see, the more you spend your time in alpha, theta, and delta, like we discussed yesterday, your body is in your relaxation response and your body starts healing. It starts functioning. It releases all the good chemicals, good hormones, good genes that allow your body to recover, allow your body to be in your natural state, which in turn improves concentration, improves creativity, improves getting idea. And when you are in theta and delta, there's more possibility for intuition and creativity. Very, very simple explanation of there are a lot of books that go deep into it, what happens in each of these, but let's not worry about it. This exactly happens. That's the reason why you're feeling calmer as you get into meditation. And soon after meditation also, you'll feel calmer for a while until your beta brain starts catching up. That is why every day you do the practice, during the day, you will start being in alpha and theta for longer durations, right? Just like you're learning. That is why I mentioned it is like learning a sport. The more you practice batting in cricket, you're able to handle the balls from different batsmen. More you practice singing, you're able to sing a wider variety of variation. Simply, the more we sit in meditation, the more of this life situation we are able to manage calmly by being in alpha and theta instead of getting our mind very anxious. All right. So that's what happens as you breathe. Any breathing technique. I mean, we spoke about conscious breathing. There are pranayama, we'll talk about in one of the days. A lot of those pranic breathing methods ultimately get you into alpha and theta. Right? After that breathing method, you feel calm, you feel blissful. So all of them happen that way. With meditation, with breath mindfulness meditation, we are trying to do it the natural way, just being with our breath, because that is what happens throughout our day. All right. And this is another view. Some of you might have heard about the third eye region. Tomorrow we'll cover a little bit of the chakras and nadis. So you see the cortex, the limbic brain, and there is the prefrontal cortex, which is the most evolved in man. Humans, only humans have this prefrontal cortex. That is where all these functions of empathy, insight, emotional regulation, body regulation, intuition, all that happen. Communication with one mind, all the insights happen to it. That is nothing but the what we call the third eye chakra area, which is the prefrontal cortex. And as you can see, as you get into the theta and delta states, more and more of this region gets activated. Instead of your limbic brain shuts off, and more of your frontal part gets activated. All right. So I'll just end with one research study. This is again a study published in Dawson Church's book, Mind to Matter. So there was this breath mindfulness research done on a couple of journalists who were very skeptical about meditation. They didn't have any practice. So they were being put through 8 weeks of breath mindfulness exercises and along with other relaxation exercises as well. And they measured their heart rate, their BP, their sugar, their psychological markers like memory, recollection, response time, all that at the beginning of the exercise. And they did that every week. They measured the parameters through, for example, body, we all know how they measure your blood samples, your heart rate, your BP, and all that show you that. And similarly, for psychological responses and concentration, there are some exercises that psychologists have. So he was allowed to do that. So every week they kept measuring. But as you see the brain picture here, the gray parts of the brain, as you see here, were the ones that started changing. They also used neuroimaging, EEG, to measure the changes in the brain. So this is what was reported at the end of 8 weeks, right? So these are the changes that happen in the brain structure. So as you continue doing your 15-day meditation, our body changes, our brain changes for the better, right? So there are changes in the limbic system. So what happened? A 22.8% increase in the volume of the part that is responsible for emotional regulation, right? This part, limbic brain. So you're able to focus more. You're able to give more blood to that. What happens? That way you're not responding, reacting immediately. You're not reacting to anger. You're not reacting. You're suddenly not feeling bad because something didn't go well, right? You're taking time. That is what happened yesterday when we did that conscious exercise, right? Similarly, enhanced brain response time, better memory, increased cognitive powers, improved behavior abilities. Very important for students, very important for all of us who are doing some focused work. More relaxed and energy efficient brain. No tiredness. Even after you do a lot of work, a lot of focused work, you don't get tired. And all these brain changes in the brain happen in just 8 weeks without any drugs, without any surgery, without any supplements, just mindfulness meditation. Right? So that is the power. That is the power of all the yogic methods that we've been given by the ancient masters. And today we're trying to practice more of that as we put that into practice, right? So just sitting and observing your breath makes all those wonders, causes all those wonders in the physiology and in our psychology, right? And that is why sleep improves. That is why concentration increases. In fact, one of the studies, when you go into that study, the findings, concentration increases, ability to recollect, instant response time increases, everything increases because your brain is not occupied with the millions of thoughts we already have. It's calm. It's trying to focus. And as we are doing this attentive, the first phase, the first stage of our observation, we are trying to focus our attention. So it improves attention. It improves concentration. All right. So that's what happens, my dear friends. Science evidence of what meditation happens. It's not just for connecting to different worlds, and it's not just for out-of-body experiences. We just need meditation for us to be healthy, do the work that we are supposed to do with the maximum productivity, maximum efficiency. That's what we are here for. All right. So again, I would say today we'll continue the practice of mindfulness. Today's exercise is mindful eating. As you have your food, drinking your tea, drinking your coffee, drinking water, as you eat, right? See, observe mindfully, see what are the sensations that are happening in your body, right? Observe, completely focus on the food, feel the sensation. In fact, the Indian system of eating, right? So it's basically eating with your fingers, feeling. Why is it that? Where you feel the texture of the food, smell the food, feel the taste of the food, feel the sound the food makes, right? Whether you're sipping, whether you're eating, right? Feel engage all your senses in eating. Look at the magical experience, feel what you're feeling. In fact, when you do mindful eating, a lot of people have said, and I've also felt, we eat the right amount of time. You stop when your body tells you to stop, not the mind, right? So a lot of people say, I eat less. A lot of people say, I feel good after eating. So that's very important, right? So more often than not, we engage in conversation. We keep looking at our phones. We keep listening to music. Cut all that, complete focus on eating. So that's the exercise for today. Just observe all the things that happen as you do your drinking and eating food. That's exercise. Tomorrow you can share your experiences. So with that, let's open up for 5 minutes of questions. You can type your questions on the chat window or raise your hand. so that you can get unmuted. Just unmute yourself.
So there is a question in the chat window. I felt hunger when I started equal breathing. I felt hunger when I started equal breathing. Why is it so?
Okay, so there's nothing specific with equal breathing. So you felt relaxed and you felt hungry. So it's always good to have water or maybe something before your meditation. Nothing to do with the thought. You probably were preoccupied. I mean, one possible explanation is we're always preoccupied with our thoughts and you don't feel hungry. So when you relax completely, obviously you feel some additional sensation. That's another sensation.
Thank you, sir. There is a request from Pankajji to explain about breathfulness exercise. More on breathfulness exercise.
Yeah, so today, I mean, the breathfulness exercise that we are following, I don't know, where have you been? Is this your first day, sir, or have you been following the classes? So anyway, quick recap. Sorry. So quick recap, breathfulness meditation, or the breathfulness practice that we are following has 3 stages. Number 1 is relaxation. Number 2 is, let me just pull up the slide. Yeah, so number 1 is relaxation. Second is observation, and third is appreciation. Relaxation, we follow equal breathing just to relax our body and mind. Then we start observing our breath, and that has 3 steps. We are doing the step 1 and step 2. Step 1 is observe the breath at the entrance to your nose, complete attention for 15 minutes. Step 2, follow your breath. That's what we're trying to do today. So just awareness of the breath cycle. That is step 2 of your observation. And then stage 3, towards the end, spend a few minutes on appreciation. Feel the feeling of gratitude and express thank you to 3 things that happened in the last 24 hours. Right? So that's, in short, is our breathfulness routine or breathfulness practice that you need to do every day. So can we do meditation lying down too? You can, but you will feel sleepy. You can be conscious of your breathing, right? When you're lying down, and that's what happens whenever I have deep cold or when you are not well. So it's better to lie down and complete focus on your breath rather than engaging with thoughts. But meditation is always better in a sitting posture. You can do, but you'll feel the risk of sleeping. So wonderful. There's an observation here. During today's meditation, I became like an empty vessel, became still, only consciousness remained. Wonderful, ma'am. Okay, so we'll take a few questions from the Zoom as well. It's Shirish sir.
Hello. Yeah,
Yes,
see, it was a beautiful explanation given regarding the thought processes getting slower, and then we are going from the alpha to the delta stages. So here the frequencies become less. And my question is, we also have an increase in the vibration level during meditation. So how does that happen? Like, or it is a matter for a future course, future elaboration?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow we'll talk about energy. Tomorrow we'll start talking about energy. So energy vibration also increases. That is because your flow gets regulated. We'll talk about it tomorrow, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Nalini, ma'am.
Sir, namaste. I'm Nalini from Bangalore. I'm 50 plus, sir. Just 3-4 months ago, I had a slip disc and it has been dislocated. So I can't sit for a long number of time, like a long number of minutes or like. So whatever the 3 stages you had said while meditation, I completed before you asked me to ask everybody to just get up or waken up from the meditation mode. Yeah. And another thing is I wanted to know, I came to know that by meditation we can cure any type of diseases or So can this be cured by meditation?
Yes, ma'am. There have been instances where people have cured their back illnesses as well, right? See, as I mentioned yesterday, there is science behind it. It helps your body to be in your healing state. So healing accelerates, right? So, for example, slip disc also one of the common things that all anything to do with muscle and bone issues is basically we'll have to allow it to heal naturally, right? So today there are a lot of implants that are happening, but in the olden days it's all just allowing to heal. So the healing process accelerates when our when our mind is calm, right? As you as you learned today and then yesterday. So getting our brain into those deeper states allows our body to be healed, and it allows the body to be recovering faster, right from skin tissues to cells. So there's science behind it, and we have heard a lot of instances where it does improve faster, it gets healed, right? So you are at the right course. Whatever external physical treatment that you are getting, that will be supportive, but definitely being with your breath. As you said, if you're not able to sit for a long time, if you're lying down, even then just being with your breath activates your relaxation response, activates that healing response, right? Just being conscious of your breath should also be good, rather than entertaining too many thoughts and then worrying about things.
Thank you.
Thank you. So yes, Shanta ma'am.
Good morning to all. Thank you very much for your wonderful classes I have been following. My question is very simple. How to keep our thumb, whether we have to keep it like this or cross it?
Just cross it, keep it simple.
Thumb, not this, not like this.
Yeah, not like this. In this meditation, we just leave it free, just clasp it and then leave it, that's all.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So any more questions on the chat? We'll just take it.
Yes, sir, there are a few more questions. There is a question from Kumarji. Hertz per second, for what duration? For how long? The question is regarding the brain waves, sir.
Brain waves. Okay. So it's no, I didn't get it. Let me see. The hertz, is that the question related to the number of hertz?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So EEG measure, just like ECG, EEG measures the brain waves in hertz. Hertz is the unit. Hertz is obviously frequency per second. So it's related to that. You can go into details, sir. I mean, there's a lot of content on the web, but more often than not, instead of diving into details, I just take it as thoughts per second, right? Number of thoughts per second, you can relate it to it. We can feel it. I mean, as the thoughts per second go down, your brain waves get into those different frequencies. Okay.
Another question, was breathing faster chasing a deadline yesterday?
It was faster. Yes, it will be faster. So because you're anxious, whether you'll meet the deadline or not. So anything that you're anxious, anything you're expecting to happen and you're worried, all that will happen, will impact your breathing. And that is where returning your attention to your conscious breathing slows you down. Okay, so much saliva, mouth drying up, right? Becoming thirsty. All these are normal meditation experiences, and it will go away. So they're all they'll go away wherever is thing. And then I think one of the masters sent me a direct message. Is frequently yawning. It disturbs breathing as one breathes out through mouth during yawning. Yes, yawning is another way for the body to reset itself. Yawning, more saliva, sometimes people cough, right? Mouth becoming dry, throat becoming dry. All these are your body's responses to your relaxation state, right? And the yawning is because your body needs more oxygen. So you can probably do a lot more deep breathing and then get into meditation. That way your body relaxes. Again, all these are temporary. All these are expected in the initial stages of meditation or on the days when you feel tired, when your body needs a lot more rest. Okay, so we have one question. So Niranjan, sir, can you unmute and ask a question?
Yeah, hi, thanks for this wonderful session. My question is about the stage 2 of the breathing exercise where we were breathing normal as was expected. The question is it to be abdominal breathing or it is a normal breathing as it goes automatically? That was
Yes. Yes. So good question. Your normal breathing should be abdominal breathing, right? So that is what we said. Normal breathing, when you breathe in, your abdomen should come out, and then you breathe out, the abdomen goes in. So that is your normal breathing. What the instruction there is, observe your normal breathing, and as you do your normal breathing, observe your abdomen movements, right? The movements in your abdomen and chest, wherever their movements are. Over time, the more conscious you are, you'll automatically start breathing the right way, the abdomen breathing, right? So you don't need to force your abdomen. The ideal way to breathe is abdominal breathing, belly breathing, right? So the answer to your question is normal breathing, observe the movements in your abdomen, your chest, and your throat.
Thank you. And the breathing was very shallow during that stage, in the stage 2, stage 3. Was it a normal situation, or do you think we have to be more conscious about it?
Yeah, so you got to be more conscious, and that is where you can probably increase the initial equal breathing time so that your breathing rhythm becomes a lot more deeper. So over time, the shallow breathing should turn into deep breathing. The shallow breathing is more chest. It's not the right way of breathing. As we said, it's not healthy. So over time, you'll have to move to the deep breathing, which is abdominal breathing. So you can practice more of the equal breathing and maybe some of the other pranayama techniques, and then you'll slowly get into doing the normal right way of breathing.
Sure. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, sir. All right. Any other questions unanswered, Manisha?
Yes, sir. There is a question from Archana ji. I felt I was not breathing at all. Whenever I thought to focus on my breath, I started purposely to observe it, but I am not able to find the breath. This happened multiple times.
Okay. So see, when the breath happens, there are some movements, some sensations happening somewhere, right? So if you want to start with, you can keep a hand on your stomach or your chest, wherever it is, and start feeling the movements, right? Or there will be some sensations inside the nose. So maybe you can focus on one area for a long time, maybe at the nose for a long time, and observe the sensation. But the best one is observe your stomach or your chest, right? Or keep your chest, you will be able to see some movement. And that is a point for you to start observing your breath. So your breath is happening every moment, and there are sensations, there is something happening in your body. It's a question of increasing the awareness towards that. So you can practice focusing on one point and observing the breath. Maybe for the first 5 minutes, you practice focusing on your stomach. Are you feeling the sensations on your chest? Are you feeling sensation? Next 5 minutes, you can focus. So you can do that recycling. You will have to find your breath, be conscious of your breath. So I felt chillness. Yeah, felt the chillness like goosebumps. Yes, so all those chillness, the energy currents, energy sensations, all that happen. Maybe tomorrow I'll cover, when I cover the our energy system, how our breath regulates our energy flows. We'll also talk about some of the meditation experiences tomorrow. All right.
There is a question from Venkatji. How pyramid energy supports meditation? Okay, so good question. So I will talk about it maybe tomorrow when we talk about energy, as we are running out of time now. So we'll talk about it. For now, let's be conscious of our breathing. And as I mentioned, today's exercise, be conscious, be mindful of all the sensations in your body and your breathing as you have consumed food, drinking anything or eating anything. Just feel how your body is receiving all that. All right. So with that, my dear friends, if there are any questions, any more questions that are preventing you from continuing your practice, feel free to join and type the question in the Telegram group. One of us will answer that. But do your mindfulness exercise for today, and also try to practice some of these techniques. You could do another session of the same later in the day, or you could also practice your equal breathing at any point of the day. So with that, my dear friends,
Thank you. It was a wonderful meditation session for me as I conducted this today. And have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Thank you.